We're going to consult with someone that is trying to make a bit of an impact on the health and fitness industry. He is someone that's interested in being recognised, but for the right reasons. He's interested in being recognised for things that he believes, or he's of the understanding are worth being recognised for. He's unfortunately he's oh, you know what? Let's just get into this chat. What I'm expecting to make apparent, what I'm expecting to talk to him regarding, what I'm intending to help him better understand is what he is actually interested in being renowned regarding, with relation to the health fitness industry and with relation to what he has accomplished, and what I am intending to make very apparent to him that he is not at present officially created. The fact of the matter is, the fact that I am not sure as to what he would like to be renowned for is indicative to me that he's not officially creating awareness regarding what he would like to be renowned for. And it's either because he doesn't know how, or it's either because he doesn't understand how important that is, especially when you are entering a market that is saturated, to, as I said, officially make apparent why what you are doing is different to, as I said, those already doing that, and the reason as to why someone should pay attention to you as opposed to someone else that is potentially more experienced, potentially has been doing this for longer. And that is again, it's the likelihood of them doing that is going to 100% be attributed to how efficiently you're able to make apparent your point of difference, and provided that is a point of difference that they value and they understand to be important, fantastic. You are going to be paid that attention should no one else in that field be efficiently creating awareness regarding that. That is, you've either got to be the best or you've got to be doing things differently. It's as simple as that. And given how saturated the market is, it's unlikely that you're going to be doing things all that much differently. But could you efficiently create awareness to a great degree? Then could you create more awareness regarding that particular that factor than others in the same industry that have been doing it for longer and are potentially better at it? Yes, you could. So you don't need to be the best, provided the best aren't efficiently creating awareness regarding whatever it is they believe to be their point of difference. That's where you can actually gain some traction a lot faster than you otherwise would. All right, phone consultation. Alex, let's get to it.
It's Alex.
Morning, Alex, you handsome devil.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Let me just grab my headset, right?
It's not the debt collectors. Well, they will be provided this phone call has the impact that I hope it does, and provided, as I said, you take into consideration what I'm about to say to the degree I hope you do, then you're never going to get a call from them. That is the plan of attack.
Exactly. Hang on one sec, bro.
No, you're all good.
You there? You got
Welcome back to the party.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the party. So, context-wise, what is the plan of attack? So I have a little bit given, like that post is effectively the first instance that you've actually expressed to whoever's paying you attention at the moment what you're actually intending to do. But provided there is more to elaborate regarding it, provided, as I said, you have an understanding as to what you are fearful of being recognised as, hit me. As much context you can. What is the plan?
So I'm not really. I guess I'm not really fearful of anything, bro. I'm obviously. I don't want to just go offering the same service that everyone's offering.
Yep.
But I guess to a degree, I mean, it's going to be an online coaching. It's online coaching, online
offering this
dieting.
It's a saturated. The fitness industry in general. There's nothing that hasn't been done. It is a very saturated market. So offering the same service isn't going to be an issue. You can offer the same service. What will prove to be an issue, and the reason as to why a lot of people don't last long in this industry, is because they don't efficiently create awareness regarding their point of difference. And you can't create awareness regarding that if you don't actually know what your point of difference is. So have you an understanding as to why people would be more inclined to go to you than anyone else, and how do you intend to create awareness regarding that?
Well, the point of difference is me.
Is there like a TV in the background or something? What is that?
I'm at the gym, right? I'm trying to squeeze everything all in.
No, this won't take too long. I'm trying to make apparent, as I said, all I feel like you need to know to save you making mistakes that I did. Simple as that. But it's not about doing things differently necessarily. That's not what you need to do. What you need to do, as I said, is understand what your point of difference is and create awareness.
I think the biggest thing for me, and I spoke to Laura Keddy, was the one that was talking to me. She's one that's been hounding me for ages. She's like, Connors, what are you fucking doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, she goes, you're not like everyone else. And this was before I even turned pro. But for starters,
of course.
For starters, I'm an ISBB pro. Secondly,
there's leverage there.
Yep. Secondly, I've never ever posted fake, generic, or scripted type material online.
Yes.
Everything's always been genuine. It's always been
all points of difference. But I have some terrible news.
What's that?
So all of those things, they are things that you value. And don't get me wrong, your values are important, and your values, you are best, as I said, being the person that you are, because no one can pretend for an extended period of time. It doesn't work like that. But what you need to understand is that, given that you were trying to run a business, and this is now becoming a business, not a hobby, you need attention from those that are potentially going to be inclined to pay you money. And because, as I said, your livelihood is dependent on their attention, you need to take into consideration and value their opinions and their perspectives above your own. So their perspectives regarding what you're actually posting. So for the sake of conversation, you've got to find a happy medium is what you can do. So you can very well post about all of those things. And the only way you're going to know as to what's worth posting about and what's worth talking about is by actually posting it and collecting feedback. But at the moment, it's all speculation. So as I said, like I understand that they're your values. I understand that that's something that, as I said, like you don't necessarily approve of regarding some of the things that those in the industry that are established do. But as I said, like it's your audience might not actually be interested in hearing about those things. So you might think that is a viable point of difference. You might think that that's going to result in you people coming to you. But the reality of the situation is you don't know until you post that. So what I recommend, talk about those things. What you want to do, because you're just getting started, regarding your interests and your values, go as wide as you can. So don't just focus on that, because it's no point. It's like opening an ice cream store and only selling one flavor of ice cream because you like it best. That's what I'm saying. So basically, what I want you to do and what I think you should do, go as wide as you can. So talk about as much as you can, as often as you can, and then, as I said, like take into consideration who's liking those posts. It takes time, but take into consideration who's liking those posts, who's responding to those posts. Message them all individually, because you have the time to, and gain feedback and context regarding their opinion of that post. And that is how you better understand who is paying you attention and the reason why. And as soon as you understand the reason as to why majority are paying you attention, it could be very different from the reason you think they are. From that point onwards, that is your point of difference, and you invest all the time and energy you can creating more awareness regarding that. So you might think they're paying you attention because you're a pro. You might think they're paying you attention because you're a nice guy. Reality of the situation is, it could be because of your tattoos. You don't actually know until you find out. But there is going to be a reason that, like, it's not because of your tattoos. It's likely going to be one of those things. But as I said, like your audience's perspective, that is what matters. It's because, as I said, at the end of the day, you're trying to run a business. There's a lot of people that only post the more you post with selfish intention. So the more you post about your values, and the more you post about, as I said, like it's what makes what makes you. All that is doing, like you telling people of your values, it doesn't actually necessarily benefit them. What you need to do is tell people how your values will influence the service you are providing to them and how that benefits them. That's what actually needs to be efficiently communicated. Because there are a lot of people that jump online all the time and they talk about all the, like, how much integrity they have, and again, like how upset they are regarding the things that others are doing. But as I said, all they're doing is glorifying themselves. It doesn't actually benefit their audience. You'll find there are tons of guys that are really good at what they do. Like, for the sake of conversation, and there are a lot of athletes that are far better athletes than me that would have 2% of the clientele I do. And it's again, like it's those things you have, that's epic leverage. But as I said, like it comes down to communicating efficiently how that is actually going to benefit your audience, as opposed to, as I said, just talking of your accolades and your values.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, to be honest.
Because if you jump on, say, like, for the sake of conversation, Polite's Instagram, all he does is just talk about how good he is, and that's why he has no clients. Is he a phenomenal athlete? Yes. Is he good at what he does? Yes, but he hasn't efficiently communicated as to how the accolades he has actually benefits his clients. All he's done is talked about, every post he makes is selfish, and all he's trying to do is glorify what he has done. And that's all well and good, but it doesn't actually benefit the audience. Every post you make needs to be with the intent to benefit your audience that are actually paying you attention as best you can. And you do that by posting as much as you can regarding the things that you are interested in and the difference you intend to make, and then collecting feedback from those already paying you attention.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's getting that feedback.
Literally. And you're not going to get that feedback. Like, as I said, I would write all of your values down. I would write all of the things that you believe you can help others regarding down. Make a list, make a post as often as you can about every single one of them. And then, as I said, take into consideration, so jump on, take into consideration who's actually liked it, and make an effort to message those people and ask them their opinion, and ask them.
So when I'm asking their opinion, what do I actually say? Like, what is it about the post you liked? Like, what?
So basically, if you, for the sake of conversation, if you were to jump on your story, like, just be absolutely honest. Be like, hey, this is like, no one's going to hold being honest against you. So if you jump on your story and you say, hey, look, this is my plan of attack, and I feel like, and you've also got to work out the best means of you communicating that. And I feel like you talking, that's your best bet. I feel like you're better at talking than you are writing, because you come across. It's not only more efficient in the sense it's faster, but you come across as more genuine, and the fact that you're actually you're putting a face to what he said.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say, was I know for a fact that...
You're better at talking.
Not just that, but people...
Well, you can hide behind a message. Like, you can't. It's very obvious whether you genuinely believe what you're saying or not when you're talking in front of a camera. Unless you're a phenomenal actor.
I think the other thing is, people have a certain perception of me.
Yep.
That obviously, you know me personally.
Yeah. You need to give them the opportunity. Yeah, you've got to. That's because you've left things. You've given people the opportunity to speculate, because you haven't actually given them the story. That's the thing. So, like, you need to allow them that context if you don't want them to speculate.
Let's face it, dude. Like, the way I look and the way I actually am.
Yes, two different things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's face it, I look like a criminal.
Yes, but that is because the reason they have that perception, the reason as to why you're judged before you open your mouth, is because you haven't efficiently communicated that is not the case. So that's on you as well. So that's not an excuse. It's just you've created more work for yourself, in the sense that you need to, as I said, you need to create awareness regarding your character to a greater degree than I do, because I don't look the way that you do, and people don't have the same perception of you that they do me, given the way you look. But what you do, you simply, as I said, you're better at talking. So you literally jump on your story and you say, hey, look, guys, this is what I'm intending to do. This is what I believe I'm good at. These are the points these are the topics that I intend to discuss and talk about regularly on my Instagram, because I believe that is going to be, I'm not going to give advice that I'm not well read regarding. I'm not going to talk about things that I don't have experience with. These are the things that I have experience with. Of these things, what would you like me to talk about most? And which format do you believe is best for me to talk about those things? And that's the context you need.
Yeah.
And you need to incentivize. So basically, people won't at the airport. When was the last time someone handed you a survey regarding, like, the quality of the flight, and you actually filled it out? You didn't, because as far as you're concerned, there's nothing for you to gain from that. So what I would recommend is incentivizing. So basically, if you say, hey, look, really looking to get some feedback, and what you need to do first is actually post some things. So you post some things, and then basically say, hey, look, I would love some feedback regarding some of the things I posted, and regarding some of the things I could do differently. If you wouldn't mind taking a bit of time to actually shoot me a message and flick me some feedback, I'll happily, as I said, talk to you about, like, provided you aren't responding as intended to whatever you're doing, I'll happily talk to you about what I think you could be doing differently. And it's as simple as that. So as I said, you're not asking, because they don't actually benefit from giving you feedback. They get nothing from that. That's where a lot of people go wrong as well. They ask for feedback, but they don't actually incentivize. So if you, as I said, if you post about, let's say for the sake of conversation, you write down 5 different topics, you post about all of them, and then you jump on your story and say, hey, look, my last 5 posts, I've talked about different things. Can you, like, if you wouldn't mind, if you have the time, would you mind reading those posts, giving me some feedback regarding each one? And in exchange, as I said, provided that's something you're interested in, I will happily make some recommendations regarding what you're doing at the moment and what you could be doing differently to help more efficiently address your goals.
Yeah, sounds fucking really good.
And that's because they're not going to, no one's going to, if you jump on your story and say, hey, I've done 5 posts, would you, like, can someone give me some feedback? No one's going to do anything, because they get nothing from that. It takes time. You're not asking for, like, that is at their expense. They're actually going to spend time taking into consideration what you've said and then giving you feedback. A lot of people just won't be bothered doing that unless there's something in it for them. So if you say, hey, look, if you wouldn't mind doing that and you are someone interested in health and fitness, I'm happy to actually give you the macronutrient breakdown. I believe is viable. Incentivize whatever way you want, and provided you incentivize, for the sake of conversation, let's say you give them like a 4 weeks worth of calories to adhere to, right? Provided they respond as intended, you then also have a testimonial, so you gain that as well.
Yeah. And an opportunity of picking up a full-time client in the long run.
Literally. So what you were doing is you were gaining an insight as to what the people that follow you actually want to see. In addition to that, you're rewarding them with something that could benefit you long-term as well.
Yeah. Yes. Fucking oath.
And that is how I would, because you don't see anyone doing it. No one actually incentivizes people. Right. Yeah. Everyone asks for feedback, but no one actually incentivizes. That's why no one actually ends up with an understanding as to what they could be doing better. The secret to actually doing well in this industry is constantly reevaluating what you're doing, dictated by the perspective of those you're trying to ascertain the attention of.
Yeah.
And that is how you do it. You constantly say, what could I do for you? What could I do for you? What could I do for you? And that results in people paying you more attention than they otherwise would. And obviously, the more valuable they deem what you have to say, the more inclined they're going to be to trust you. And you need to earn that trust before anyone spends money.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
And that's where everyone goes wrong.
It makes so much sense.
But write down all the things.
That's all sales, bro.
Oh man,
that's all sales, dude.
Literally, and that's my field of expertise. You're a better bodybuilder than me, but not many people are better salesmen.
Yeah.
But you write down everything you think you can help your audience the most regarding. Write it all down. Make a post regarding each one, and then incentivize your audience to give you feedback. And for you, I would literally just make, so it's pretty quick, I would just make 5 videos. I would basically sit, like you could talk about goal setting, you could talk about staying motivated, you could talk about, you can even talk about, as I said, like some of the things you're frustrated regarding, you can even talk about that. You could talk about how it upsets you that people aren't actually, they're selling things they don't actually believe in, and they're talking about things they don't actually believe in. You could talk about how that, because it's got to benefit your audience, so you could talk about how that is dangerous, because there will be people that will buy into that, and because they don't even do it themselves, and they're making recommendations regarding things they have no experience with, they're actually gambling with the time of others. And your ambition by posting that is to save people wasting their time investing in things that those trying to sell that and plug that don't even believe in.
Yeah, dude, I feel ya.
But everything you post needs to benefit your audience if you want to be paid attention to.
Yeah.
That is your ambition. Posting a photo of you looking phenomenal, again, like that's all well and good. It proves you know what you're talking about, but it doesn't actually benefit anyone but you.
Yeah. That's just feeding my ego, really.
Yep, literally. That's why you look on my page. I have there are barely any photos of myself, like barely any, for that reason, because people don't want to see that. It doesn't actually prove to them that you can help them.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. I really am.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. You've been saying this for so long.
Oh, we're gonna go back. We're gonna have a few of these chats. I'm telling you right now, because I've said it from the start. Like, I believe in you, prove me right, and you have, because of your character, you're well suited to this. Like, self-awareness wise, if you were someone that wasn't patient, if you were someone that doesn't actually care for the well-being of others, like I've seen how you treat your friends. So for that reason, that is why this industry is well suited to you, because it's to do well, you need to genuinely care. You can't fake that. So the fact that you are someone that is that way inclined regardless, that is a point of difference that a lot of people in this industry don't actually have. So for that reason alone, you are going to do well. So I'm gonna make sure that you do well as soon as possible. That's what I'm gonna help with, because I've done all I've done all this before for many people.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how to be a better bodybuilder. You've got that down, but I can tell you how to be a better online coach, 100%.
Yeah. No, that's sick, man.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
But write down a list today and then send it to me once you've done it.
Dude, I'll do it. I've actually got, so I'm finishing this session. Then I've got to go to, just got to duck home and grab all my stuff, and I'm going to a pool party, which is down. I don't even drink this, so I'm going to a pool party in Cairns, up in the Tablelands at the moment at Bruce's Gym.
Yeah, right.
And that's what I'm working out of. I'll send you some more details on that now. I've just got people around a bit.
Yeah, no, you're all good. But as soon as you do, write everything down that you think you are best suited to talking about, and then we go from there.
Yeah, easy. All right, brother. I'll shoot that through shortly then for you.
Done. You have a good day, my friend.
Thanks so much for the call, man. I really appreciate your time.
I've got you, bro. See you, buddy.
See you, man, buddy.
Boom. There we go. Done and done. That was a good chat. I'm excited for him. He's a really good guy, and that is why I made the time for him. Oh, today's going to be a good day.